Honestly, I never wear gloves when I'm shooting. Andres knows and Leo knows. I'm always barehanded, but for this trip, I got these. These are from the Heat Company. This is not a paid advert. I just want to say that these are awesome because these got the liner gloves. I've been wearing mostly these for the entire trip, and I still got these big chunks here that I could use. I haven't even needed this because honestly, these are just so good. So good. I mean, let me show you one thing. You can even put in this kind of little hand warmer. You can put it in there and it's gonna keep your hands warm, even with just the liners. These are amazing, honestly. Lifesaver.
All right, woo, feels good to be back. I mean, the mountains and Norway were amazing again, but home is always the best place to come back to. I noticed that I have never done a what's in my camera bag video, and now that, as you all know, I've switched my gear around like completely, coming from Canon, switching to Sony and all the lenses and everything, I thought that this might be just as good time as ever to make a what's in my camera bag video, because I know that I watch a lot of this kind of content. I watch a lot of videos about other people's gear, about what other people shoot with, how do they set up everything in their bag. So I thought that, yeah, I might just jump aboard that ship also. But without any further ado, let's jump in. This is the setup that I went to Norway with, and there are some things in that camera bag that I did not use like at all during that trip. And they were just mostly for, you know, because you just might need it. And I want to cut that stuff out for the next trip so that I don't have too much gear to fiddle with, so I can focus on what is important, which is, of course, shooting in there when you're out there. So let's jump in. First things first, of course, is the bag itself. It looks like this with a little Canada flag there. This bag is ProTactic BP 350 AW2 from Love Pro. I absolutely love this bag. I bought it when I went to Hamburg to meet Leo in 2022, I think. I did not have a camera bag at the time. Well, I did, but it sucked. It was some Flipside or something like that, also from Love Pro, but I did not like that bag because I never was able to set that up in the way that I felt good. Plus, it was orange and I wanted a black one. So I got this one from a discount and it has been serving me ever since. And you can see it from here, from this clip of this waistband, that I am not too easy on my gear. It's already broken and it is starting to get a little bit small for my taste, even though it is good for traveling, as it is small, as it fits into the overhead compartment of an airplane. So you can take this as a carry-on, because yeah, I don't want to put my camera gear into the cargo hold. Not that I fly that much, but yeah, still a bonus. The bag opens up with a zipper from the back, which is awesome because I don't want anybody to be able to fiddle with my gear from this side. So this is very important. Of course, it's got locks and all these kind of things that you can put into these, but I never used those. I never had the need. It also opens up from the sides and it also opens up from the top right here. If you want to access your stuff fast, you can just pick out the camera from there, show it to you. Well, it's got nothing in there because the A7IV is recording right there, but that is a good thing for it to open. It's got two zippers on top and I usually keep them here on the side so that nobody can access my gear without me noticing if I'm, let's say, walking or standing somewhere in the city and I don't want anybody to fiddle with my gear, so I keep them in here. You cannot access my bag that fast from here. It's a good bag, it's a solid bag. Looking for a little bit bigger one maybe, because it's not deep enough for me. I've got big lenses and I want to put my lenses like this. I'm looking for a slight bit bigger bag for the next bag that I am gonna be buying. If you got any recommendations, drop a comment down below. All right, then we go into the camera bag itself. Just gonna open it up and show it to you what I have in here. So hope nothing falls out. Oh. All right, this is what it looks like. The Sony A7IV with the lens attached goes over here. I mainly used the 16 to 22 millimeter f2.8 from Sigma that is recording this video, and I also used the one that is stuffed down here, down below. This is the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 art, which is an absolute beast of a lens. This lens is my new absolute favorite. Sigma 24-70 f2.8 art. Such a beast of a lens. Andres had one of these also, and the footage that we got with this, that was like so good. Awesome. Highly recommended. If you're shooting with Sony, you should have this lens. This is like my new Sigma 18-35 that I used to love on the R7 so much, and this is a perfect replacement. 24-70 lives right there on that slot. Easy pick, easy fast pickup, or then it is stored right here with the A7IV. Then I also have the Sigma 16-28 f2.8 recommended by the Icelandic guy. Go check him out. It lives on my camera all the time also, so if it's not this, then it's that lens, and it's housed right there. And during this trip, I also had the Viltrox 85mm f1.8, and I also got this Sony 85mm f1.8 from Andres to test out alongside with the Viltrox. There's a video coming up when I'm comparing these, but this is also a magnificent lens for the price point. Really good. I absolutely love the photos that I took with this, and I absolutely love the photos and the footage that I got with the Viltrox 85mm f1.8, and I had a really hard time picking my favorite because they have a little bit different characteristics, a little bit different bokeh. The Viltrox is slightly heavier than this Sony version, but both of them amazing lenses. And this lens lives in my camera bag right there. It's a little bit tight. My bag is getting way too small. Then I got the battery compartment for the camera itself and also for the monitor. These are Canon batteries, and let me just show you, okay? Because on this trip I was meant to shoot using the monitor, the field monitor that I got right here. I was meant to use this, but never did. This is a DeskView 5.5 inch 4K field monitor, R5 II, I believe. It lives right there, happily, next to all of the accessories, which is the cage and everything. That's in this box, and the matte box that is right there. So let me just show you the ingredients of this said box right here. Oh, I'm just gonna pick it up. Oh, leave us right there. It's got stuff inside. I was so happy when all of that stuff that I was to carry fitted nice and smoothly into this box. I mean, look at this. It's got everything in there. The top handle, the cage, the side handle, all the cables, and all the cold shoe mounts to mount the monitor on top of that setup. They're right here on this box. And I was so happy when I noticed that it fits perfectly, almost perfectly, right there on this slot right here. And if I'm not using my field monitor and all that cage stuff and everything, I can put my drone in here. So that's a perfect replacement if I'm not carrying this cage, and if I don't want to build the cinema rig, then I've got room for my drone right here. And I also had my matte box set up with me. This is a small rig mini matte box that I was meant to be using but never did because we just went all run and gun during that trip, so no cinema rigs were assembled during our time in Norway. I also have a charger for my laptop and the cable for it. There's also a Helios 44 M4 right there. I didn't use it because I thought that Leo was bringing the adapter for it for Sony, but he never did, so didn't use it. I'm getting my own adapter soon. So we got chargers for the Canon batteries, chargers for Sony batteries. Actually, the charger is right there behind me in that closet because that's where I charge my batteries. It's right there right now, but usually it lives right here. And right here, I've got filters and all these kind of little accessories that I use. I have my memory cards right there and all this kind of stuff that you need. There's the Nisi True Color Variable ND filter right there in that box. Actually show it to you. It's right here. It's got my name tag on it because we were using the same kind of filter. Every single one of us, Andreas, Leo, and me, we had the same filter for that Norway trip so that we can match our colors perfectly. So had to tag it, and there it is. Woo! The best variable ND filter that I have ever used. This is like so good. So good. Makes color grading with the Sony so easy. And that lives right here. This is where I store my SD cards. This is my SD card wallet made by Tom Acton from Wolfwood Supply. He made this for me as a prototype a few years back, and I just absolutely love it. Ooh, the smell of leather. So good. I don't know, can you see it right there? It says Wolfwood Supply. I don't even know does Tom make these anymore, so it's a unique piece. Unique. Thanks, Tom. Also, in this pocket, I carry my MacBook Air. Beautiful stickers. I carried this with me all the way to Norway. Used it actually. I made that video. I edited that in the hotel room, so it fits right there. I've got the chargers for it right here and the cables, of course. And I also have a dongle somewhere in here, which I had to carry with me because Apple. There's only 2 slots of USB-C on that MacBook, so get a dongle if you want to use one. And also in the side pocket, I have a little multi-tool with some its and bits, all these kind of things that if I want to adjust some of the screws on, let's say, on the cage, I've got a multi-tool for that. And if the bed breaks, IKEA bed breaks, I can fix it with this. So this was lost for like 6 months, and when I finally found it from my apartment, I was like, it's going into the camera bag for sure. Don't want to lose it ever again. But that's pretty much it. That is what is in my camera bag going into 2024. The Sony A7IV is my main driver for both photo and video. The Sigma 16-28 f2.8 is my go-to vlogging lens and my lens for landscapes and wide-angle shots. The Sigma 24-70 f2.8 Art is my go-to lens for basically 95% of the time for photos, for B-roll, for making video. This kind of all-around lens, perfect for that. Then I also have the Viltrox 85mm f1.8 Mark II, I believe, and then I also have the loaner Sony 85mm f1.8 from Andreas. So yeah, that's it. That's my lineup. And as my drone, I am still using my DJI Mini SE. Looking for an update. If you got any recommendations, drop them down below. I'd love to hear those. And oh, if you got some ideas on how to set up a nice cinema rig with the A7IV, drop your comments down below. I love to read them. I'd love to see your setup, how you have set up your cinema rig with the A7IV, and what lenses do you use for that. So if you got any, drop them down below. I'd love to see those. But that's all I have for you guys for this video. If you liked it, if you found this useful, hit the like button, subscribe if you have not done so already. Thanks as always for watching, and as always, I will be seeing you guys in the next one. Peace. Alright, then we... Oh, that was close. This one almost hit the camera. Jeez, bruh. Whew. Close. Are we still recording? Because I forgot something. It is not a video unless you forget something, and this time the thing that I forgot was this. Because of course I use a microphone when I'm vlogging, and at the moment I'm using this. This is the Rode Video Micro, the first edition. This is actually even not mine. It's from Leo. Thanks, bro.